This is indeed a disturbing universe.
When I fall asleep, Mr. Bergstrom is the last thing I think of, and he's my first thought when I wake up.
I feel that way about your father.
No, you don't understand.
The seldom seen basement.
And the more seldom seen snowball, too.
I said this before, but I'm proud. That's probably the ugliest cat in the history of cartoons.
The basement ain't very pretty either.
Oh, there's a lot to look at here.
The basement is now full of things they have from other episodes. I guess by this point, they had not accumulated anything.
I think this is before they got the Indian head.
And of course, Al Jean is talking about
Extrapolapaketl,
which we'll be seeing very soon because it shows up in the finale for season 2. And we're almost there. It's just a couple of episodes away.
When Mr. Bergstrom smiles, you only see these teeth. But when you really make him laugh, you can see these 2 teeth. I think they're called the eye teeth. I don't know if he had orthodontic work or what, but they're absolutely perfect.
I notice little things about your father, too.
No, Mom, this is different. I mean, this man makes you feel like there's nobody better.
Your father does that to me.
Mom, are we gonna talk or are we gonna talk?
Lisa, we can talk, but first you have to accept the fact that I feel that way about your father.
Fine.
I just don't understand why they make her character so annoying. I mean, I understand that Homer is extremely annoying as well, but it's all in the name of telling jokes. And in this case, the underlying humor of female emotions boiling over just isn't enough to make me laugh at this self-centered brat. And before you get mad at me for saying that, I think if we're gonna assume that this 8-year-old cartoon character is mature enough to have a crush on a grown man, well then she must be mature enough to be called a self-centered brat too.
Yesterday, he read a Charlotte's Web and cried at the end, never trying to hide his tears.
a book made him cry.
Can you even imagine as an adult crying at Charlotte's Web? Seriously, who could be that sensitive and limp-wristed?
Remember, nobody, and I mean nobody, gets back in after lunch without one igneous rock that's volcanic and one sedimentary, and that is layered. Lisa, can I see you for a minute?
Yes. Yes, Mr. Bergstrom?
Lisa, your homework is always so neat. How can I put this? Does your father help you with it?
No. Homework's not my father's specialty.
Well, there's no shame in it. I mean, my dad
Not
could...
mine.
You didn't let me finish.
Unless the next word was burp, you didn't have to.
Is this the gym run?
You didn't let me finish.
Unless the next word
I
was
think
burp.
the odds are yes.
I think unless the next word
it
burp
is.
was him.
The utter disdain she has for Homer in this episode is out of control. Are we really gonna let her get away with this crap after what she and Bart did in the previous video?
Will you take us to Mount Splashmore?
No.
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 Will you take us to Mount
No.
Splashmore? Will you take us to Mount Splashmore?
If I take you, will you two shut up and quit bugging me?
Yeah, of course. Well, will you take us to Mount Splashmore?
Yes.
Thanks, Dad.
In a sample taken in this very classroom, a state inspector found 1.74 parts per million of asbestos.
That's not enough. We demand more asbestos. More asbestos. More asbestos. More asbestos.
So I actually think this joke is even funnier now than it was back then. Because back then it was just an absurd over-the-top joke. But in the world we're currently living in, things are a little bit different. All it would take to make this absurd joke a reality is for the orange guy to publicly say that no American should ever eat asbestos. Within minutes, millions of brain-constipated Democrats would begin uploading TikTok videos of themselves ingesting asbestos in solidarity against Trump.
This is indeed a disturbing universe.
More asbestos. More asbestos.
Wow, you made the front page.
Aw, Dad, it's just a popularity contest.
Just a popularity contest? Excuse me, what's more important than popularity? Now, Bart, do you really think you can win?
Sure, why not?
Oh, whoa! All right, I always knew you had personality. The doctor said it was hyperactivity, but I knew better.
I believe this was written to feature Dustin Hoffman, and we went in to pitch it with Jim and Sam, and it was just a lengthy session where a lot of this came in right at the beginning.
Yeah, halfway through the second season, if you had asked every Simpson writer what script they wanted to write, they would have said, I don't know, but I'll tell you which one I don't want to write. Because Jim had pitched out an awful lot of this before it was even assigned. And so there was a lot done, but there was a lot to do, and your material was going to go next to this Academy Award-winning writer, and it was just an outstanding chance to look like an idiot. So everybody tried to get out of it, and everyone succeeded except me.
I think there was a lot of fear,
Same
too,
for
of
the directors.
being, doing something that Dustin Hoffman wouldn't do, or, if the project fell through for any reason, you'd get blamed.
Well, I remember all the writers were lined up, and they said volunteers step forward, and everybody stepped back.
It was assigned the day after I'd had a horrible table reading, and it just seemed like the wrong day to make any proclamations about what Jonathan M. Vitti does and does not write. So Sam pointed at me, and I just said, okay. And then I was in for the terror ride of my life.
Well, then we had to do the Michael Jackson, which is about the same pressure.
President Simpson has a nice ring to it, doesn't it, boy?
Yeah.
No, go get him!
He says there aren't any easy answers. I say he's not looking hard enough.
I've always thought this joke was very clever, and not only because it shows how the intent of a message can be changed by perception, but also because it shows how the boomers who wrote and created this show were starting to figure out how to capitalize on the slacker punk generation, also known as Generation X. So is no one going to do anything about this? I mean, these two are spending a lot of time together. Oh, but it's Dustin Hoffman. He's so charming.
Oh, you'll never go broke appealing to the lowest common denominator.
You're going to miss your brother's antics.
When?
When your life takes you places the rest of us have only heard about.
Places where my intelligence will be an asset and not a liability?
Yes, there is such a place. Believe me, it's true.
I believe everything you say. With your words, your body language, and your Semitic good looks.
Oh, he's shocked by that statement, even though he just spent the past couple of days speaking to an 8-year-old girl as though she were 20.
Dear Miss Hoover, you have Lyme disease. We miss you. Kevin's biting me. Come back soon. Here's a drawing of a spirochete. Love, Ralph.
Oh, that's great, Ralph.
Lisa read her letter to Miss Hoover in front of the class as well, but it was cut from the script. It went like this. Dear Miss Hoover, although we would love to have you back soon, you don't want to rush these things. With the dizziness and fainting spells that accompany Lyme disease, you would be doing yourself and us a grave disservice. And then she tells the class that she underlined the word grave. Then she signed it, a word to the wise, Lisa Simpson.
Hey, kids! I've learned that in 2 weeks, the Springfield Museum of Natural History will be closing forever due to a lack of interest. I urge you to see it while you can.
And the funny thing, too, is the Jim Brooks stuff. It's great. You watch it. People love it. If he's got 3 lines in the show, those are the ones people will tell you about. They don't always seem that great at the time. You're often scratching your head. You don't follow them exactly, but...
Well, he pitches them really fast, too. It's not like he sits there and thinks for a long time. He'll pitch these lines that people will quote and remember for years, like 3 in the space of a minute or so.
Yeah, they just pour out of him, because you've seen where you bring him a new idea, so clearly he hasn't thought about this or anything. Here's a fresh concept, and he'll start gushing out of the guy, and you'll see him almost leap up out of his chair sometimes. It's an amazing process.
He's my boss, but he's also my hero.
Lisa needs to go to the museum tomorrow, and I think you should take her.
The museum? Tomorrow. Oh, my Marge, I'd love to, but I was planning on sleeping, eating a big sandwich, watching TV, spending time with the boy. Spending time with the boy. The boy needs attention, Marge.
Homer, I've been talking to Lisa, and I'm concerned about your relationship with her.
Me too, Mom. I think they're drifting apart.
Shut up, boy.
Homer, please.
Marge, you don't understand. I can't do it because... You're trapped. If you were smarter, you might think it's something, but you're not, so you just might as well... All right, I'll take her. Lousy brain.
I really don't want to undersell just how important this scene is. This is the first time in the entire series that Homer had a conversation like that with his brain. Because Homer and his brain are pretty much 2 different people. And they aren't very fond of each other. Also, in the script, this entire scene took place in the kitchen. And before Marge walked in, Homer was looking in the freezer for some ice cream. And the joke that was cut out was later used in another John Vitti episode, Radio Bart.
Chocolate. Chocolate. No! Marge! We need some more vanilla chocolate and strawberry ice cream.
I'll get some at the store tomorrow, Homer.
This, in my
Chocolate
4
out of the
years,
Apollo.
was the only joke from the joke file that ever made it on the air. It was cut for time from the substitute teacher show, and we said, oh, we'll get it in someday, which was usually the kiss of death, but we actually got it into this show.
What do you mean by suggested donation?
Pay any amount you wish, sir.
And what if I wish to pay 0?
Well, it's up to you.
Ooh, so it's up to me, is it?
Yes.
I see. And you think that people are going to pay you $4.50 even though they don't have to? Just out of the goodness of their... Well, anything you say. Good luck, lady. You're going to need it.
Mr. Bergstrom!
Hi, Lisa.
Hey, you don't have to pay. Read the sign.
And this must be your father.
Well, what's great is at the yearly, writers' retreats that we used to have before they got too stressful.
Well, we sort of had one, the three of us this year. That was a return to that. But yeah, what happened is the writers would just get so fearful of pitching to Jim, although he's very easy to pitch to, that the people would start rehearsing these things for weeks, and it just got to be this thing where why were we even doing it if people already had these things so fleshed out? I believe that was the reason.
He finally got okay with being tape recorded, but I think in the early seasons he did not like being treated like a genius, did not like having the microphone pointed at him, and so it was just the worst job in the world for the assistants. They had to get all this stuff down faster than you could possibly get it down.
Well, generally we'd go into the writers' retreats, and whatever writer would, pitch a story, and it would take 15 minutes to, pitch out the whole thing. And sometimes they just sat there, everybody sat there in silence. It was the most terrifying experience.
Some of the writers, too, that we've had over the years have been great writers, but, vocalization isn't their big skill, and I think the public speaking fear kind of entered into it, too.
So you may have noticed that the Simpsons producers have gotten a little off track here. They started off talking about how in love they were with James L. Brooks, and now they're just digressing all over the place. They really don't have a whole lot to say about Act 2.
His teeth had jagged edges to rip through your body, but he could have swallowed you whole.
Wow.
Actually, Mr. Simpson, they do know a great deal about the process of mummification. First, they pulled the brain out through the nose with an iron hook and stuffed the insides with sawdust and onions.
Ew, gross.
Ooh, pretty creepy. Still, I'd rather have him chasing me than the Wolfman.
Oh, Lord.
So Homer finally figures out something isn't right here, and that promptly makes Mr. Bergstrom feel very awkward. But I really think that should have happened days ago before he met Homer.
Well, I remember George Meyer pitched a show about eating a chili pepper and Homer hallucinating, and it was just considered so far out. I think that was like second or third season. And
it was like third season, yeah. And then we wound up doing it
then it ended up, years later.
We pitched
but at
one.
the time it died.
I remember when we pitched the Mary Poppins episode, we weren't running the show at that time, and it lay fallow for 4 years, and then we did it. Dustin Hoffman's wearing a Simpsons show jacket. Who the character is, I should say.
I'm going to be presumptuous. I have noticed that Lisa seems to
In
feel
this scene.
she has... Mr. Simpson, I'm going to be presumptuous. I have noticed that Lisa seems to feel she has no strong male role model.
She said that?
Well, no, she didn't say it, but, she...
But you can tell, right? She looks around and sees everybody else's dad with a good education, youthful looks, and a clean credit record and thinks, why me? What did I do to deserve this fat old piece of...
Mr. Simpson, you have got to be a bigger man. There is a wonderful girl's future at stake.
Homer certainly cries more easily than any hero of modern fiction.
I just don't think The Simpsons can handle all this weight. What I mean is, Homer is an idiot, and we love him as an idiot. And technically, yes, he could do something about his behavior. But for one, that's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take years of discipline. And for two, that would completely change this show. So why even suggest it at all?
Well, if she's so wonderful, give her an A.
I am giving her an A.
Great, but don't tell her it was a favor to me. Tell her she earned it.
Mr. Simpson, she did earn it.
You are smooth, I'll give you that.
I always thought it was sad that this museum will be closing forever when it's clearly so massive and there's so much money that's been spent on it.
Lisa's clearly hearing every bit of this.
You ruined the one chance I had of getting to know Mr. Bergstrom outside of school.
Well, I'll tell you what. Why don't we invite Mr. Bergstrom to dinner?
Oh, Mom, that's wonderful. Can I find out his favorite dish and help you make it?
Sure.
Can I wear your jewelry?
Sure.
Can I get my ears pierced?
No.
Can I dye my shoes pink?
Yes.
Can I paint my nails?
No.
Can we have wine?
Yes.
Can I have wine?
No.
Does Bart have to be there?
Yes.
Can we do it this week?
This is another instance where we'd have these kind of runs to stretch the show out. It wouldn't be long enough.
Mr. Bergstrom, we request the pleasure of your company. No. Mr. Bergstrom, if you're not doing anything this Friday, no. Mr. Bergstrom, do you like pork chops? Oh, no, of course you wouldn't.
Very hard to put a ribbon in.
Yeah, I know. It just sort of floats there.
On a character drawn like that.
I'm back.
Luckily, it was only in a few scenes.
Good morning, Lisa. I'm back.